The day began like any other in the bustling city of Londale. Amelia, a spirited young woman with an adventurous soul, was running late for her job at the local library. With her auburn curls bouncing as she hurried, she tried to navigate the crowded pavement, trying to avoid the early morning chaos. As she barely caught the 8:05 train, she felt a familiar mix of relief and excitement. The day promised nothing extraordinary, yet the world always seemed to have surprises in store. In another part of the city, Oliver, an elderly widower with a penchant for gardening, was preparing his stall at the weekly farmers market. His rustic charm and kind smile made him a beloved figure among the market-goers. Everyone knew Oliver, not just for his succulent tomatoes, but for the tales he would weave about his travels years ago when he was a spirited fireman. The day's pace took an unexpected turn when Amelia's train stopped abruptly. Passengers exchanged worried glances, and whispers about a bomb threat rippled through the carriage. Amelia, always one to overthink, felt a surge of anxiety. However, she was also curious. It was not every day that one found themselves in the midst of such drama. Meanwhile, at the market, Oliver was packing up early. He had promised to visit his grandson, who recently moved to Londale. As he headed to the nearest tube station, he too was caught in the swarm of people affected by the transport halt. Standing on the platform filled with uncertainty, Oliver met a familiar face. It was Amelia. They exchanged pleasantries, and Amelia, being ever so inquisitive, asked about his day. In the midst of their conversation, the emergency services announced that the threat had been neutralized and transport would resume shortly. The announcement sparked a flurry of activity, but Amelia was more intrigued by Oliver's tales. He spoke of times during the war when such alarms were common, when life's rhythm was dictated by the sound of sirens. As the trains resumed, Amelia realized that this unexpected interruption had gifted her a chance encounter with Oliver. A bond formed between them that day, one that turned a typical commute into a tapestry of stories and human connection. They both boarded the next train, heading in the same direction for a change, and for a brief moment, the world outside seemed less chaotic and more wonderfully connected.